Welcome to the third series of the Creating Wellbeing podcast. In the next 3 episodes of this series, we'll focus on the emotion of loneliness, its difference from depression and social isolation, its meaning, how it's managed, what implications it has for older people, especially in times following the pandemic, and how creative caregiver skills can help to manage it. Let's start by clarifying the meaning of loneliness and its difference from depression and social isolation. The common definition of loneliness is a state of solitude or being alone. It can also be defined as a perception of being lonely and isolated. It's an emotional state related to your needs for social connection and can easily change as soon as those needs are satisfied. Depression, on the other hand, is a mental health issue and generally needs help from a professional to recover from it. Depression is a complex state and usually emerges as a result of several factors. Loneliness can lead to depression if needs for contact and interaction are not satisfied. They can accumulate and lead to serious mental health concerns. It's also important to differentiate between loneliness and social isolation. By the latter, we only refer to number of social contacts of the person. Loneliness may appear as a result of the lack of social contacts as well as poor quality of existing ones. By poor quality, we mean that a person may maintain a lot of relationships, but perhaps none of them fills the person emotionally. This can happen if the person doesn't feel understood or cared for. Social isolation rarely leads to depression, whereas loneliness is one of its major factors. In this way, we can see that the quality of one's relationships is essential. Older people usually have more reasons to feel lonely, simply because of age and weakness, leaving the workplace, death of their friends and spouses, and so on. Loneliness and social isolation can be directly related to other health problems, such as heart disease, cognitive decline, bad sleep, weak immune system, and dementia. Adding to this, people who are lonely experience emotional pain. Researchers also say that lacking worthy social connections is as damaging to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Older people who suffer from loneliness may find it hard to reach out because of pride. They don't want to ask for help or make anyone get in contact with them, even their own younger relatives. So it's important to be able to notice some signs that could indicate that a person is suffering from loneliness. Firstly, a change in appetite. Both eating less and overeating can be signs of loneliness. Sometimes feelings of emptiness when alone can be interpreted as hunger. Secondly, anger. This emotion may be felt by older people who feel embarrassed about feeling alone, but are too proud to say anything to their loved ones. Anger can also stem from people feeling misunderstood, left out of decisions, or unheard, which are all contributing factors to feeling lonely. The next sign is related to sleep. Feeling lonely may disrupt sleep. Loneliness can lead to older people experiencing shorter periods of quality sleep, and insomnia symptoms such as finding it hard to fall asleep or feeling tired and irritable more frequently. Another potentially noticeable behavior change is an increase in buying habits. Lonely older adults may tend to shop more and often spend money on things they don't need. It could be a sign that the person is lacking social connection and are looking for something to do. And finally, tiredness, low energy, and lack of motivation. Lonely people may feel lack of physical strength or inner motivation to do things. Sometimes, elderly people don't say anything, but there are signs that make their emotional state obvious. We have to pay attention to those to be able to react in a timely way to help prevent more serious problems from developing. Thank you for listening.